Power should never cost a woman herself. And when you really just slow down to listen to what I just said, I want it to land in your body. Let me say that again. Power should never cost a woman herself. In today's video, I am talking about erotic life force. This is the ingredient that is missing for women who are holding power. My name is Eva Simone, and I am the CEO of Embodiment is Everything, the founder of The Standard. I want women to take a pause, and feel. Because if power is costing you yourself, there's a reason why. Let me start with me. I'm one of these women who really know how to get things done. I love creating. I am a founder, I'm a CEO, and it requires a lot of energy. But over my lifetime, I'm one of these people who can push the bulldozer up the hill. I can pull a person across the bridge. I can do all the things, yet I suffered. I couldn't feel, my body didn't feel connected to my thoughts. I felt like I was only connected from the neck up and in my head most of the time. And that seems to be a truth for many powerful women, especially high capacity women. Erotic life force today is not about sex, although you can really hold that energy for sexual encounters, but this is about the vitality, the aliveness that is within you when you are connected to your body. When I realized how much honey I had in my bones, I was like, what in the hell am I doing? When you learn and when you have been taught how to really be strong in the workforce and do things and show up in life, you know that way where you're just strong. For me, when I had so much of that energy in me, I didn't allow myself to really feel connected in a way that was juicy and powerful and alive. I just showed up and checked off all of the boxes. Yet, I never felt like I was connected. I never felt like I was settled in my body enough to feel like, oh, this is what it feels like to feel safe. This is what it feels like to feel alive. This is what it feels like to feel calm. This is what it feels like to feel settled in my body. I was a leader and I was certainly moving the boulder up the hill, but it came at a cost. And it came at a cost of my softness, of my vitality, of my life force, my juicy life force, that sensual energy that every woman has. But if she's high capacity and she's in this energy of pushing forward and never allowing her body to settle and to come into the juiciness of her body, she's missing out. She's missing out on the erotic life force, that beautiful, powerful, strong life force that's inside of you. But if you're not slowing down enough and allowing the nervous system to be soft enough and in your body so you can feel it, you never connect to that erotic life force. And let me tell you, when I connected to my erotic life force, everything changed. And I was like, oh, this is what it means to be in my power as a woman. This is what it means to be energetically embodied, feeling. Because when you're pushing forward and you're in your head all the time, you don't get to feel. And friend, let me tell you what happens when you don't get to feel. You become emotionally beige. Uh-huh. Yes, emotionally beige. And when you become emotionally beige, you are disconnected from the most beautiful energy that is in you as a woman. And when you connect to that energy as a woman, life starts to change for you. The congruence starts to happen because who you are internally with that life force, how you're showing up externally, And then not abandoning your softness. So many of us women are afraid to be soft. I raised my hand. I used to be that woman. I used to be afraid of saying, oh, I like it like this. I don't like it like that. My nervous system was so caught up in the hustle of life and the power of pushing life forward that I didn't know that there was this beautiful, potent, powerful life force within inside of me that was vital to who I am as a woman. So I want to go deeper into this. I got my notes here and I don't want to miss anything. So the first thing that I want to talk about here is burnout culture. As I said in the beginning, a woman should not have to be disconnected from herself and her power and lose herself in the process. You know, when we are so trying to get the thing done, trying to run the family, trying to, we end up erasing ourselves and aligning to what isn't aligned. And then we become resentful. And then years go by, decades go by, and we're like, what happened to me? Well, what happened to you was you lost your erotic life force. Let me rephrase that. The erotic life force is always there. You just didn't allow yourself to connect to it. And I say hell no to any other way these days. Let's connect to this erotic life force. So let's talk about this burnout culture, this overperformance, overfunctioning, constantly on, where the mind never settles down, where you never relax inside your body. And then you feel drained. You feel like, what is this all about? And that's what I want to ask you. What is it all about? If you are now emotionally beige, you have no vitality, you are disconnected for the most potent thing inside of your body, but you are looking good on the outside. You look good on paper, yet you know deep down inside something is off. What if, what if you saying hell no to many things and tapping into the essence of you is the answer. It is the answer for me. I'm sick and tired of women burning out. I'm sick and tired of this old model, it's outdated model of leadership of women being burnt out and never connecting to this essence, and then going years and years and decades in their entire existence in a nervous system that doesn't feel like home. It gets to change now. So let's define erotic life force. When I say erotic life force, I'm not talking about performance or seduction, although seduction can be a part of it. I'm talking about life force itself, vitality, emotional aliveness, presence, presence, being in your body, being still, to hear intuitively what the next step is. When we are so here and disconnected from here, it's like you're wasting the beautiful opportunity for you to be in truth and power. I remember when I was ready to talk about softness and how people didn't take me serious because I was talking about softness. But softness was where my body, my nervous system, my way of living all shifted for me. And from there, I was like, oh, I don't have to leave my body. I don't have to pretend that I am this when I am not. I don't have to pretend that I'm holding life this way. And on the other hand, I am suffering internally. When I started to connect to my softness and to the essence of who I am and to that erotic life force, my power turned up and the voltage of me came online and friend. It was a game changer. So let's continue. The feeling of being awake inside your own body and your own life. We have these credentials, we have the schooling, we have the education, we have all of the things that say that we are powerful. But when we are internally suffering, we can't feel, we can't settle down, we don't feel juicy anymore. Behind closed doors, we have this whole different letdown of our own energy, and it feels like, who am I? When you connect to the liveliness of you, of your essence, your honey in your bones, you start to signal, you start to magnetize, you start to attract a whole different world around you and to you. But when you're constantly going and pushing and efforting and chasing the thing because the nervous system doesn't calm down, it's like the saber-toothed tiger is behind us, but inside we want to be settled in our bodies and feeling alive and juicy and like women and sexy and sensual and all of those words. It shifts when you connect to the honey deliciousness of you, that life force, that erotic life force, that current that is so strong, so powerful. And when it comes through me, because now it's in me all the time, but when it really comes through me, that voltage, I'm like, oh, this is all for me. This is all for me. And when it's all for you, the containment of it feels so different in your body. Let's continue. So, when you're not connected to your life force and to that erotic juiciness of who you are, you find yourself carrying way more than you should. You find yourself functioning in a way that you're like, why am I still doing this? You find yourself succeeding, but more surviving instead of thriving and leaning back. I am more ambitious in this erotic energy, but I'm doing it from a softer place. And it doesn't require me to burn out. And friend, I take lots of million-dollar naps. So you could be succeeding very well, but you could not be sensing the essence of you or inhabiting your life in your body fully. I was inhabiting my head. I was inhabiting my work. I was inhabiting, but not my body the way that I do now. And girl, I feel every part of my body as a woman. I make sure I don't leave anything out. Excuse me. I don't leave anything out. And I take so much pride doing it. And I give that to you. Let's continue. So, power versus life force. As I said earlier, power should not cost a woman herself. So, what happens when a woman becomes powerful but disconnected from herself? I talked a little bit about it earlier. So, what happens? We normally see it, and especially when I was going through it, I was experiencing burnout, but I was like, yeah, I'm able to do this and 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 this, but burning out, and my body is saying, do you see me? Do you hear me? Do you feel me? And I was getting annoyed that my body was requiring me to slow down. Like, I was talking to someone recently, they're saying, when does a person slow down? And I said, the body will make you slow down. Some of us have to have a full breakdown in our body, in our nervous system, in our wound space, in our breast, in our stomach, wherever it is, before we recognize, oh, there's another way. Oh, I was doing it wrong. And what I mean by wrong is I was disconnected from the essence of me that is more important. Like if you're not congruent in who you are, then who are you? We high achievers, when we are not connected to this erotic life force and this vitality and this aliveness of aliveness in us and of us, our nervous system goes through this cycle of deep exhaustion where you get in bed, but your body doesn't calm down. When I go to bed now, my body is saying yes. I have something that I do. I love oiling my body and I'm devoted to my lotion ritual and taking my time when I eat, even drinking water. I was out and about recently and I said, all I'm going to do right now is absorb the essence of me, what's going on around me, the trees, the bees, the birds, and let my body feel how beautiful it is to be calm in my nervous system and connected to nature and to me and to my thoughts and to my body. This congruency of everything that's happening. And girl, when you are in that, that is renewable power. That is renewable feminine power where you don't go down the road of burnout culture. Burnout culture. This hustle culture is so dead. It's so dead. It is costing women the juiciness, the essence, beautiful power. And don't forget about orgasms. When you're in this burnout culture, you don't even have time to relax enough to even go there. Erotic life force, your vitality, your aliveness. Let's continue. Many women learn, including myself at many times, how to be powerful while quietly abandoning parts of themselves. I'm going to get quiet with that. Let that land. We learn how to be powerful while quietly abandoning parts of ourselves, the softness of being a woman. Listen, men are getting confused about what their jobs are, what their roles are, when we women are not allowing the space for it, allowing the softness for it, being able to relax enough for the man to do the job. We don't have to leave our bodies to be powerful. I'm more powerful now than I've ever been. I rest more, I nap more, I take longer walks, I take bike rides, I eat my food slower. I'm not in this go, 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 go culture. Can I? Oh, absolutely. I know how to turn it back on as soon as I have to. But I also know how to relax. I know how to hold the masculine of me and the beautiful feminine. And this beautiful marriage of the two is so juicy. And that containment, that container is this powerful, fiery silk fire that's in me. So why do we abandon parts of ourselves? Because we didn't feel safe. We didn't feel safe enough to feel soft. We didn't feel safe enough to allow that erotic energy to come through us. We didn't feel safe enough to be alive and vital and being powerful. There's nothing more disturbing than a woman, her nervous system being so jacked up. And mine used to be that way when I was in New York City. So jacked up that she can't even enjoy her moment. She's like, what can I do? What do I need to do? What do I need to do? I was talking to someone in the airport. I was flying out, and she and I got into a really serious conversation. And she said, Eva, if the door slams really hard, I like jump out of my skin. I'm ready to just run. And I got it. Like you're on such high alert that your juicy erotic life force is nowhere to be found for you because your nervous system doesn't allow it. We get to change that. We get to change that. So, erotic life force is not sexual performance unless you decide that it is. Erotic performance is outward, performative, approval seeking, hoping that someone will see that you are sexy and sensual. But when it is your life force, girl, ooh, it's inward, it's embodied, it is life connected, it is connected to, you don't need anyone to say, I choose you, I pick you. You're like, I'm here. I'm here. I'm here with all of this power. I'm here with all of this power. Can you meet me? Can you meet me? That is the difference. When you're in erotic life force opposed to erotic performance, it's a difference. I'm in erotic life force. And the voltage that comes through me, I'm like, let's turn it up. Let's turn it up. We're not going to be stuck in burnout culture. We're not going to be stuck in hustle culture. We're not going to be stuck in this culture where a woman dies on the vine. And I'm asking you to not die on the vine. Let's continue. So when you're in this erotic life force energy, it shows up as power, this energy, this force, creativity, magnetism. I got my list here. Curiosity, softness, vitality, emotional warmth, movement, desire for life, alive, girl, yes, sparkle, playfulness. This month is June. It's June 1st. I told my assistant yesterday, I said, June is starting off very light, very playful. I call it magically mischievous. So, mischief, sensual presence, intelligence, but body intelligence first. The body is always speaking to us, but we don't always listen. I know I didn't. Girl, I didn't have time back in the day, but I have time now, and it is speaking. It is telling me things. No, do this. No, not that. Oh, no, 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 that doesn't work. No, you can't soften there. No, no, this looks good here. No, 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 this is how you're going to do this. A feminine operating system. You know, our phones, we're always updating our operating systems on our phones and our computers and our laptops and our iPads, and we're getting these updates all the time, but we don't, as women, update our operating system. And our feminine operating system for feminine authority, for our power, needs to be updated. But if we don't update it, we burn out. We don't get the renewable feminine power that is so juicy that you can get like that. And once I started to understand that I need to be able to soften and I need to be places where I can soften or I do not participate. And once I realized that, I began to update and renew my power quickly. And I was able to hold more energy within my body, the capacity for me to hold more energy, which is so beautiful. I'm offering that to you too. I want you guys to go to my website. If you have not, go connect with us. Let us know where you are on your journey for embodiment so we can help you to raise the vibration for your embodiment to be just as powerful, just as alive as I am now. Embodimentiseverything.com. There are beautiful things that we're offering there. Go there immediately. So, the body as intelligence. What if the body is not a problem? What if the body is not a problem to manage? What if it is our tool for intelligence that we need to listen to? That is the erotic life force, girl. That is I'm just getting so excited. That is that energy that I talk about that is so powerful within me that is also within you. But you got to be able to drop down into the body, drop down into the womb space, drop down and ground so that you can even feel it. And once you start to do that, get ready, get ready. Girl, sometimes I can't even hold on to some of this power. It is so much. And I'm like, I get to use it. I get to create with it. I get to really glow with it. I get to update my own operating system and use this power in a beautiful way. I want all of my erotic life force. I don't want to be wasting it on the wrong thing. No, girl. So Let's talk about the chronic mental dominance, constantly here, never allowing the honey to really circulate. So I don't judge anybody for that because I have to even watch myself to this day because I'm a thinker. I know how to analyze, I know how to get it done. And I can read between the lines, under the lines, over the lines. I can get all of this information. It's coming at me so quickly. And then I have to say, enough of that, Eva. Enough of that. Go and relax. Girl, go take you $1 million nap. Go take a walk. Go enjoy your food. Slow down. We, as women, give so much of our erotic life force away. Overdoing, overfunctioning, overgiving, leaking energy all day long. It stops when you stop. And when you stop, you get to hold all of that in your body. You get to be sexier, you get to be hotter, you get to be smarter, you get to be even more powerful than you were before. If you allow that energy to circulate through your body, oh, it's so beautiful. The body has wisdom, but if we're always in our head, we disconnect from it. And once we disconnect from it, you definitely don't get the juicy, erotic life force, the vitality, the aliveness, the yumminess of being a woman. This morning, before I got on a call, well, logged in with my assistant, I went out and sat with the sunrise with a cup of tea and I sat, listened to the birds and I watched people. And this is like 5:45 a.m. this morning and I felt so good. Before I got into the day, renewing myself, ready, allowing my face to calm down. A lot of us are, I call it resting bitch face. We are so tight and we don't know how to allow the body to just relax. Let men do more. Energetically lean back more. Be in your erotic life force. Allow the aliveness. Let the world see that a high capacity woman can be in her juicy erotic life force, the yumminess of herself, and be powerful in her thinking, in her analyzation, in um, her creation, in her holding big opportunities, big companies, being analysts, and all of the things that we women can do, but do not become emotionally beige. Let me say that again. We no longer look good on paper and behind the scenes being emotionally beige. Your juicy erotic life force is available to you now. Tap into it. I'm there's ways that I tap into this all the time. You want to know deeper about this as a high capacity woman or any woman who's ready for this, go to my website, connect with us there. So the pelvis, the breath, the hips, the heart. Oh my gosh, this is so cute and this is so powerful. It was a huge lesson for someone that I was connecting with. I was dancing. Dancing is so big for women connecting to their body. And I was really deep into my hips dancing, and she was standing beside me, and she and I were connecting, and she was smiling, and I immediately dropped deep into my hips. And every time I would dance, I would over exaggerate the hip movement. It was kind of like boom. And then as I did it, I pointed to my hips while she was looking. And she was like, oh. And then she caught the hip action. And then other people caught the hip action. Women, women, drop down into your hips. Get out of your head all the time. Get into that juicy erotic life force, that sensuality, and the congruency of you fully. You can be smart as yes, because I am, but I'm also feminine and powerful. And that combination is where a woman This is the future of women. No longer that burnout culture. No longer that hustle culture. Connect to your bodies. This is the evolution of no longer suppressing your emotion, your body, your vitality, your aliveness, your erotic life force. You're allowing it to circulate, to move, to be in presence, to be in sensuality. Wow, you're in the boardroom. Wow, you're on the stage. Wow, you're with your partner. Wow, 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 you're at the gym. You're driving your car. When I go someplace, I want that essence of me to come through my presence. And that can happen to you too. But you have to connect to the body, to the life force, to the erotic life force. Emotional aliveness. Many of us have built so many things, families, careers, education, big companies. But do you feel alive inside of it? Do you? Your body will tell you the truth. Your body will tell you the truth through emotional flatlining. That is, to me, that's a sin. Emotional flatlining. Living efficiently, but not fully. Girl, when I am hanging out, I am fully alive. I love to say laughing way too loud, dropping in my hips way too hard, speaking my truth, and being in my body and letting it be way too delicious. But it's also offered to you. That's the juicy erotic life force, the vitality, the aliveness. I don't lose delight anymore. I saw a bird kind of, on the ground and, walking around and kind of like scrapping around and looking for worms. I was in delight for that. Feeling it, allowing the delight to be in my body, looking at the moon and feeling the delight of the moon and looking at the earth and just saying, gosh, I'm so grateful to be on this planet at this time and allowing that feeling to penetrate me. Not just here, not just think about the light, but like, oh, that feels so good. That's connection to your life force. Every woman should have it. And if you decide not to have it, girl, okay, I'll take it. I'll take all that you're not going to get. For any of the women who don't want to be in the juicy life force, I'm like, okay, I'm not trying to convince anybody. I'll take it. I'll take it. So, erotic life force is not about becoming more provocative. It is about coming home to yourself and becoming more alive. Just becoming more alive. There was a season for me as I wrap this up. Go to my website. I want you guys connected. There was a season in my life. Gosh, did I perform? Oh, the accolades. I look good on paper. And I felt so impressed that people, they were like, oh, she's so strong. She can do all the things. But I'm like, yeah, I can do all the things. But why do I feel like crap? Why do I feel like annoyed? Why do I feel so disconnected? It's because I did not know how to inhabit my softness. Girl, you better believe I know how to now. And I'm telling you to do it too. I know how to feel my desires fully. I know how to inhabit emotional aliveness. I know how to be inside of life. Mm. And it doesn't stop there. Every day, there's a new level that I tap into. And the more I tap into it, the more potent my erotic aliveness becomes. So let me give you some things that you can do today, right now. Where do you feel alive? Where have you become emotionally beige? Is it with your partner? Is it with your children? Is it when you're having dinner? Where are you emotionally beige, girl? What restores your life force? For me, it's dancing. It's feminine tai chi, where I'm really into my body. Oh my gosh, it gives me so much extra life, and I feel like, oh, it feels so good, and it wakes up even more life force in me. So, what drains you? What drains you, and what do you continue to do that's draining you? So, some things that can help you right away. The $1 million nap, resting. Girl, when you start feeling tired, don't override yourself. Go take a nap. Go take a nap. My assistant, we were talking at like 11:45 a.m. today, and I was like, girl, I'm like, I hope she's almost done because I need to go take a nap. I took a nap. I got on my bed. I rested for 10 good minutes and I was good. And then I got on my bike. I rode my bike for a couple of miles and I came back and I hung out with my son and now I'm back working. So allow your body to speak to you. Receiving. We women don't know how to receive well. We think we have to do something additional to receive. Girl, not me. I used to be like that. Someone was asking me on Sunday, do you want to be dropped off in the shade or in the sun? I was like, that's no brainer. The shade. So they drove around until they dropped me off in the shade. And I said, thank you so much. Thank you for looking out for me. Appreciate it. I appreciate you, girl. That kind of thing. Slowing down, breathing. Sometimes I breathe and it could be an hour of me just breathing, just feeling inside of my body and being with my breath. And that could be inhaling for 5 or 6 breaths, holding it, and then opening my lips just the tiniest little bit and breathing out for 8 to 10 counts. And you can just feel your shoulders just relaxing. Girl, that's renewing yourself. That is you feeling like, oh, I'm home. Oh, this feels so good. There's nothing more beautiful than a woman being in her body and she's feeling the essence of herself, and everybody else is like, oh, I get to have that too. Yes, you do. Um, Beauty. I have 30 plus years in the beauty industry, and when a woman feels beautiful, she shows up. She glows. Her eyes sparkle. She's like, I'm here. Girl, I'm here. You add the external beauty with the internal erotic life force. Hmm. That's all I'm gonna say is hmm. If you don't want it, give it to me. As I age, the more I connect to my erotic life force, the younger I feel. How about that? How about that? I think I've given you enough for today. I don't want to overwhelm you, but power should not cost a woman herself. No, power should not. I'm Eva Simone, and you have been embodied. This is embodiment is everything. Connect to that erotic life force and that honey deliciousness in your bones. Be well. Don't forget to check out the website.